Hey guys, so I just wanted to say I'm sorry about my hair. Today's a big day for me. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my camera, it's being weird. Anyway, and this is not a flattering angle at all. Like, I feel like I should sit. Anyway, today is officially 1 month of me being on T. I know I do week by week. So you may not notice as much because you see it as it's happening just like me, but I'm hoping now with comparing beginning to now at the same time, there might be more of a noticeable change than, seeing me as I'm changing. First off, my hair. I have not cut my hair in about 3 weeks or a little over 3 weeks, and my hair is not really growing. It's growing back a little bit. Um, it's not growing as fast as it used to, and I'm worried. My face, I feel like it might have gotten just a tad bit wider, not maybe masculinized, but I've gained a lot of weight. Not a lot, but I've gained weight since I started. I've gained at least a pound a week. And this is what I have. I'm sorry for all the creases. I'm fat, so when I sit, as you can see, I got like under boob thing going on here with the fat rolls. It's not pretty, but this is what my body looks like at 1 month, and I've been doing cardio every night before bed and extensive stomach, core, arm exercises and everything, and I'm gaining weight but not seeing a change in my body, so that could either mean that the fat is being replaced by muscle, so I'm not seeing it, but the number's still getting higher, because muscle weighs more than fat. Don't judge the number on the scale. You have to wait. You have to be patient. I'm not patient. Pretty much, my face has gotten a little wider because of me gaining weight or whichever, and here's a photo actually comparing the day before my T shot to last night, the day before my 1 month anniversary. So yeah, not much of a difference. Facial hair, I actually already had a significant amount of facial hair before starting T. For the sake of experiment, I shaved everything. So now the pre-T photo and the 1 month photo looks like I actually lost hair. Here's a photo of the side of my face, my chin, and my mustache. Now, as you can see, there's not much of a difference when it came down to chin. It looks like it's barely anything there. That's because I had shaved the side of the face. It looks like a lot of just blonde peach fuzz in the 1 month photo compared to pre-T. It was a lot of black, dark, long hair. Um, I am noticing a lot more black hairs though. When you actually see it in person under a light, you can see it. In the photo, it's not as visible, which I hate it. It sucks. It makes you feel like you're losing your mind or you're the only one seeing it. Wishful thinking, I don't know. My mustache used to only be the little cat whiskers. If you actually notice, let me show you again. There's hair, the black hairs that were in the corners are now starting to slowly make their way up. And the hairs, the peach fuzz that was on my upper lip that did not have black hair is starting to get longer. So not only am I gaining some black hair, I am also the peach fuzz that I already have has gotten longer. Pretty much, so that's the facial hair. As for body hair, I am starting to notice that I am getting a little bit more growth of hair. I already had a significant amount of hair below the belly button. I am now noticing that it's starting to grow on the upper area and starting to move its way around, so it's becoming more fuller around the belly button, which I wasn't bummed about. I was kind of looking forward to having a happy trail and just a little bit of chest hair in the center. That was very small, feminine, baby hairs. I'm noticing are getting darker and longer and is actually starting to connect to the hair that is forming in the happy trail. Again, it's not very visible in photos. It's easier to see in person, but here are the before tea and after tea belly hair. Okay, so as you can see, there's a tiny bit of a difference that you can see in photos, but like I said, you can see more in person. I have not seen a difference in body hair in my arms or my legs. My legs were already like mammoth style to begin with. They're just really hairy. I didn't shave for over a year before I even started tea, so my hair was already really bad. But there's also a photo of the thigh hair and the leg hair as well. And here you go. Not much of a difference. Muscle growth, I had absolutely nothing, and I've gotten the tiniest little bump. Same thing with the belly. I don't see many ab muscles or anything. That's an optical illusion. That's just my freaking fat rolls. I'd like to think it was an ab muscle, but it's not. But there's a photo comparison pre-T and month on T of my muscle growth on my arms. And even though when I look, it doesn't look like a change, there was a slight change you could tell in the photo. And here is the photo. So, tiny bit of growth. Not much. I got like a list written down so I could keep track myself on what I'm noticing month by month, just so I know and I can keep a personal journal of it. Muscle growth in the legs. I've gotten muscle growth because I've been doing extreme cardio every night to lose this belly fat so that way the muscle will show. The muscles in my thighs and in my calves have gotten significantly bigger, so I know that there is some muscle growth happening, even if it's not crazy amounts in my arms. It's happening in my legs. And majority of my pants that already didn't fit me because I gained weight don't fit me even more now because it's tight on the thigh and in the calf area and loose everywhere else. There is a part that is personal with transitioning that I will not put on YouTube as a photo comparison. It's just a little strange for me, a little personal, but as everybody knows, there will be bottom growth. Um, for me, I noticed after about a week, only I should say my second shot, which was my first week, not much, honestly. Don't judge me. It's only been a month. I don't know what's going to happen in the next month. It could just be like, woo, I don't know. Everything is unpredictable. I seem to be a late bloomer. I'm not having a quick transition, and I'm not doing just monthly comparisons. I'm doing weekly comparisons, so as I'm feeling it, you're seeing it. Or I'm noticing it, you're seeing it. You're also watching me transition while I'm watching me transition. And then I will do the whole monthly compiled information. You're not going to notice the little changes until you go back and then look. But when you finally do that month comparison, like I did last night, when I took the photos and pieced them together for this video, I was kind of shocked with some of them because I didn't expect that there was going to be a difference. Bottom growth is very slight. I noticed after my second shot, it didn't get longer in any way. The cat scratching on a post made me nervous. I thought it was someone trying to open the door. Bottom growth, I noticed it has gotten a little bit fatter. It hasn't changed since I noticed. It almost looked like it was swollen, but it wasn't swollen. It's like normal, but it just looked like it was a little fatter than usual, and it stopped. It didn't change anymore. There is irritation and more sensitivity and everything like that. But yeah, sitting down, sometimes fabric rubs on it and it's very sensitive, and it just feels like sandpaper sometimes rubbing on it. You just, Along with that, it's changes in lubrication as well. I don't want to be too personal. I'm sorry if there's family and friends that don't want to hear this, but this is the God's honest truth. What happens when you transition? So I'm being honest, but you can just, and press exit, back button, or whatever. But there's less lubrication. It's a little bit more dry, which makes the sensitivity in the growth, the area of growth, a little bit more sensitive. The biggest change that I'm still dealing with is voice comparison. I have not done a comparison of my voice today compared to pre-T. So, I am going to show you right now. I'm not even going to know until I watch this video and I edit it. In my head, when I speak, my voice sounds slightly different. I notice that when my voice drops now, it drops deeper. But my normal voice while talking has not dropped. But this is a voice comparison 1 month on T, the day of my appointment when I was leaving, compared to today. Alright, so I'm going to be leaving in a couple minutes for my first testosterone shot. My name is Chris Rose, and this is my 1 month on T. Now I don't know if there's much of a change there. I'll find out when I edit the video. There's slight changes in mental health. I've noticed I've become more brutally honest. I do have remorse and feel like shit afterwards, but it's more of like, it just comes out like word vomit, and I don't mean to do it or mean to be mean. I'm not a mean person whatsoever. I never have been a mean person. That's just not who I am or was raised to be. But I've noticed I've become more brutally honest. When I don't like something, I'm actually like saying something. And sometimes it's not coming out in the nicest of ways. Anger, obviously, can happen when you're on testosterone. I already had an issue with my anger. I'm so sorry, my hair is awful. And I keep on doing this thinking it's going to fix it, and it's not. I'm going to fix it a little bit. Right. I did a little something with my hair. It is growing a little bit. I just noticed this hair is finally starting to get all awkward where there's nowhere for it to go. So yeah, I fixed my hair up a little bit with just some water. But regardless, anyway, continuing, because now my hair's not driving me nuts in the camera anymore. Besides being alfalfa now, but regardless, anyway. So anger, obviously, I mean, I already had an issue with. If you have issues with any type of temper, it's recommended that you have a therapist before you start testosterone therapy. Preferably someone who is transgendered, whatever you want to call it, adept, whatever. Someone who's used to dealing with trans people or trans themselves would understand the situation a lot better. Um, Libido changing. I noticed after my fourth shot, I noticed there was a slight increase in libido where it wasn't, I had to constantly be physical with somebody or with myself. It was just my mind was more perverted in a way. Not in a bad way, like perverted, like I peek through like window blinds to watch people undress or anything. It's just more like, I don't know, like talking to my girlfriend, I'll make more perverted like comments towards her that make her laugh or something. Like more like, I don't know, you know how if you have a significant other, you're already like, oh, batch get down now. It's like that even more. Um, it lasted for about a week, and it has gone down. You do get used to it, and you can kind of like push it aside and ignore it, so it's not disruptive. It was actually very disruptive. It has gone down enough where I can control my thoughts. I'm sorry again if there's family or friends, but there hasn't been anything active going on because there's still an issue with bottom dysphoria as well as my voice now. Things are finally going to start changing. I'm noticing body hair changes and this and that. So I know things are going to start happening soon. It's just not happening quick like I wanted it to. I have good news. Is I finally got my peacock. Not yet, but it's been paid for. I got I originally was going to get the 3.75 inch. I believe we got the peacock shipped out. It's coming from Singapore. So it says there should be an average time of 8 to 18 business days. It's been 4. I don't know how long I'm gonna last. I still have a packer, so I shouldn't complain, but it's just, I'm gonna have a harness. I'm gonna have the STP. I think it's gonna help a lot. I originally, like I said, was gonna get the 3.75, and I wanted something a little longer now, because I decided to get a 4. It's realistic. Flaccid average penis is about between 3 to 4 inches long, regardless. So there won't be any suspicions if I'm at a urinal. The vaginal cavity is only 4 inches long. It's an awkward topic, but that's true. So I thought 4 inches would be perfect. It's just enough, or it's not too short for that, not too long to pack. And it's not unrealistic if I was to go and pee in a public bathroom. To be honest, the pleasure part of it wasn't the reason why I got it. The most important thing to me is to feel like I have something that belongs there, and that I can pee standing up. That's my biggest concern. But yeah, so that's that. I will definitely make a video once the peacock comes in the mail. I'm hoping it doesn't take too long. It's from 2 to 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks maybe. It should be here. It's been in transit since the 11th. It's the 14th. So yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of time, but I'll definitely post a video updating you and showing you. I'll do an unboxing and everything. And then, obviously like a month update or a couple week update on how things are going with this prosthetic. If it's for me, the pros and cons of this, just like I did with the packer. But this is my 1 month video, and I am totally excited and happy to share this milestone with you guys. And I love you guys. Peace out.